Uh, Hello. Yeah, I just want to make this video. I mean, I know a lot of you are not gonna care what I got to say. You're just gonna just watch it. You're not gonna like it or dislike it, or if you find something you don't like about it, you're gonna dislike it. You know what? I don't really care, and I think starting this YouTube channel, which is a big waste of time. I look at my past videos. I'm just talking about basically nonsense. Not nonsense, like just people just not into my videos. I'm not begging for subscribers. I'm not begging for viewership or anything. Let's face it. Let's face it. On YouTube now, I'm just a joke. My channel's underrated. It is what it is, but that's not what I want to talk about in this video. What I really want to talk about is this. I mean, today, and in the past, I'm just alone. I mean, um, ever since I graduated from high school, I just been alone. After I walked across that stage and got that piece of paper, that diploma, that high school diploma, I'm just alone. Like, and I'll get that high school diploma. It doesn't mean anything. And I have a learning disability. What's the point of having it? What's the point of it? Um, I'm gonna start off like this. When I went to, um, I went to this school called Sabine. It's a school in Liberty City, Texas. I went I went to elementary school. I went to junior high there. Never went to high school there, and I'll tell you why. While I was in the last grade of junior high, the kids there were picking on me so bad. Um, I was picked on, like I was had stuff thrown at me. The girls looked at me like I was nuts when I was trying to be funny, and I was trying to be funny in front of my former friend, who I made two who I had featured in two videos up on this channel. She looked at me like I was nuts, you know, and I don't know. I just feel like I was alone. Maybe it's the fact that I didn't know how to talk to people. Maybe that was it. And my father, it didn't what he did. My dad was being all strict on me and hard on me when I did something wrong. But deep down inside, he really didn't care anything about me. And this has just shown like to this day. After he just threw me on disability, social security, and food stamps after I graduated from high school. You know, that girl, that I was friends with in school. Back in junior high, I just had dreams about her. Um, I had dreams about picking her up and picking her up and holding her in my arms and like spinning her around and around. You know, having her having her like piggybacking her, like having her like ride me on my back, laughing and having fun with her, and you know, and I heard her said this like, and she just turned on me after she said this to me, like saying that I need to grow up, you know, and this had, and also after watching that video, that those two videos that Doc G put out on his YouTube channel, um, he's talking about being at the age of 40 and dressing up your own age, not dressing up like a teenager. It's like somebody it's like you're in your 20s and 30s. You know, that also hit me really hard, along with that dream I had with my friend. And it's like this. What I'm gonna say is like, after I graduated from high school, I mean, my dad put me on food stamps. He put me on supplemental security income, and he hasn't done anything with me. Just basically, just doing everything for me. And anything I want, he just whips out a checkbook and just write out a check. I mean, and he can't teach me how to use a checkbook, because he's afraid that I'm gonna forget if I write out a check, if I document that check in the transaction register. He's afraid that I'm not gonna do that. He's afraid that I'm not gonna like subtract how much money that I took out of the bank after writing out a check. He's afraid that I'm gonna write out hot checks and end up being arrested and being put in jail. So he just went and just continued doing this. I mean, and he tried to teach me how to do this twice, and he got afraid that I'm gonna just screw it up. Mainly because I have memory issues and I can't remember what I've learned. It just made me all depressed, and it just made me like argue and just complain to my father and my sister about it. And both of them just lied to me, just tells me lies, saying that, oh tell me that my brother, he was disabled and he's disabled, and he wasn't disabled at all. And they were just lying to me, like because they know that I'm not going to remember anything. And my mother tells me this: oh, you can't do a simple job. If someone tells you to do a job, you can't do it, and you can't keep anything on your mind. And when I went and complained and said this, she just ignored me. And I remember I went out to this mall, and I just walked through this mall, and I just felt alone. Like, I mean, the people there, I mean, you know, you know how things in American society is. People just don't want to talk to you, don't want to have anything to do with you, and I felt that. And also, I was made fun of and talked about, when I ignored this black girl who was trying to sucker me into buying something from her. I mean, making fun of how I dressed, you know. Um, Held doors for someone like 3 or 4 times, and they just walked down, just pushed the door open and just walked away, like, yeah, like I just didn't matter. Um, I've been walked all over, where I live. White people and black people will walk all over you, and I've been walked all over ever since, Um, yeah, yeah. Ever since I was thrown on disability, I mean, my dad hasn't taught me a thing. He hasn't done anything to jumpstart my self esteem. I mean, I saw he took me to see a shrink and told a shrink that I have a lack of friends, and I saw a lot of shrinks last year, and then my dad hasn't mentioned me having a lack of friends or anything. I'm just gonna say this, deep down inside, I really want to meet another woman, I really want to meet that woman, so I can like look her in the eyes and tell her that I love her, that I care about her, and you know, stuff like this, I heard my dad said this, in the past when I lose it and go around attacking people and hurting people out of anger, and my dad said that I have a problem. He said that not to touch anybody, don't touch nobody, keep your hands to yourself. Well, I'm just gonna look at I'm just gonna look I'm gonna look at it as this. If I yeah, if I have a girlfriend or a wife, and deep down inside, I really am a good person, and I really am. Deep down inside, deep down inside, I'm gonna hold her. Deep down inside, if I have a girlfriend or a wife, deep down inside, I'm a good person, and I'm gonna do this. If I have a girlfriend or a wife, I'm gonna hold her. I'm gonna touch her. I'm gonna kiss her. I'm gonna play with her. Me and her are gonna have fun. And I'm gonna make love to her. Yeah. If she is a sweet, feminine, down to earth, caring woman who's not brainwashed by radical feminism, who doesn't have an attitude, who's not a bitchy hoe, who's not gonna talk down to me and treat me like dirt, who's not gonna look at me and have this look on her face and say that, oh, get the hell away from me, or get away from me, you pervert, you freak, you pedophile. And I'm not, and I sure as hell, I'm not gonna become a pedophile and and just like harbor and keep pornographic pictures of children and go out and go after children, mainly little girls, for love and stuff. I'm not gonna do that shit. And I'm not gonna grab a gun and go on a motherfucking mass shooting. I'm not gonna shoot, and kill like zombified, fucked up in the head people in America. Shoot, and kill them and turn a gun on myself and shoot and kill myself, or get shot and killed by police. And I'm not gonna do the male suicide by committing suicide. I'm not gonna do any of that shit at all. Today was my sister's birthday. I see how and I see how and I've been seeing how my sister been acting lately. My sister been acting so psychotic, hyper, and crazy and weird, and just snap at me for no reason. I mean, it's a fact because she's loaded up on way too many pills, and women here in America are on so many medications. Like they just go around and acting nuts. I mean, I ain't saying that like all of them are like this. Okay, and that person who dislike my latest video, go fuck yourself. Okay, I mean, I am sick and tired of this social justice warrior, this PC culture. Um, People don't have a sense of humor. I have a sense of humor, by the way. And this country just sucked the life out of me, just sucked all the sense of humor out of me. Now I'm just this bitter, angry, miserable person who just making videos on some worthless on some worthless website online, YouTube. I mean, and I got a Facebook page, and that's just worthless as well. I mean, I watched a video from this guy, a guy who was born in 1970, who's almost 50 years old, saying that how America just a psychotic, abnormal country. And he said he said when he goes overseas, he feels a lot better. He feels way better. He feels way better overseas than he is here in America. And I got a bunch of weird, psychotic Canadians, people from Canada, dropping comments on my Canada videos. And I'm just sick of them. I mean, they tell me, "Oh, Canada's bad. You will feel alone. You will feel miserable. You'll feel gay if you go there. We vow you not to come to Canada." And I hear stories about the women there. I mean, the women are hostile, manly, psychotic. I don't know how they are. I don't know how the men in Canada how they describe them. But you know, I was friends with a girl who was from that country. It just makes me sad. I mean, it just makes me want to just want to just cry, just want to just go crazy. Like, let's face it, I just had just about enough of how the United States and Canada is, and how North America is, and the Western world is. I'm just fed up. Because what's the point of being alone and just getting up, being unemployed, or being at home all the time, or just have a job, get up, go to work, do a job, make money, pay bills, watch mindless TV, and listen to mindless crap on the radio, and watch brain dead people from both the United States and Canada and in the United Kingdom on YouTube. I mean, yeah. What's the point? What's the point? I mean, and I'm gonna wake up one day, and I'm gonna be old and alone. I'm gonna be just this alone old man walking around, getting yelled and shouted at and talked down by some young girl, or by some young girl who tell me, "Oh, you forgot how to, you forgot to do this. You forgot to do this. You forgot this, sir. You forgot this, sir. Don't walk on this, sir. Thank you, sir." Or, "Hello, sir." I mean, just be this miserable old man, just walking around, just going through this crap. And I mean, I mean, sitting in the park, eating food, being alone. I can't sit with anybody because they think I'm gonna get at them or get at the children. I mean, I guess the only way out of this is just to commit suicide. You know. I wish I wasn't never born. I mean, I wish my mother just got an abortion and I wouldn't exist. How about that? I mean, but I have someone, I have a friend. I'm not gonna say his name. I mean, he's more than happy to help me, like just get out of this country. You know, I have a choice. I can just move to another state or just move overseas, and I'm not moving to Canada because Canada is just it's just as worse as the United States. And going back to that country, we got a lot of people, and some people in America say that, oh, Canadians are polite, they're nice. No, they're not. They're not nice. They're the most rude, passive aggressive people you ever laid eyes on. They will walk all over you. They'll ignore you if you talk to them. I mean, they're just so cold and callous and antisocial. But I'm not gonna say everybody in Canada is like this. You know, and America is just this cold, antisocial, cliquish country. And I'm having a hard time finding a job. And I used to go to Target when they had this kiosk computer in in the stores, in all of their stores, and they took it out, and you can fill out an application by going to the website. And they used to take paper applications, but they don't take paper applications anymore. And I can't go back to Walmart because Walmart will bring up this history of me walking out because all the craziness that I went through on that job. That job just made me go crazy, made me angry, made me miserable. You know, in the past, I couldn't hold a job because I let people get to me. I get angry and I lose it because of how psychotic and zombified and messed up in the head people are. And I don't like the workplace at all. I mean, feminism, it just made the workplace just make you just want to walk on eggshells. Like, just make you walk on eggshells. I mean, you can't talk to any of the women there. Like, you can't joke with them. You can't tell them how nice they look. You can't joke around on them because they'll get offended and they want to file a sexual harassment lawsuit on you. And the female customers are even worse. I guess I am a scumbag. I guess I am, for doing this. I guess I am. And I'm not gonna be like Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not gonna be like Harvey Weinstein, and I'm not gonna be like Bill Cosby. Okay, Bill Cosby, like, he put knockout drugs in women's drinks and having them drink them, and they get knocked out, and he takes them back to his place and have sex with them, basically raping them. And I'm not gonna do anything like that. I mean, I'm not that type of guy. But then again, in Western society, in Canada, the United States, I'm seen as a creep, a weirdo, a pedophile, a chauvinist, a brute, and a freak. You know, yeah. I'm not gonna be like Elliot Rogers, George Sudini, and Nicholas Cruz. I'm not gonna be like these guys. I mean, and there's a guy on YouTube by the name of Sly Jones, and I watched a YouTube video about him. This guy just basically an asshole with ADHD, and he is MGTOW, and and he said something in one of his videos, said that, oh, like, oh, if you get angry and you create a hostile environment in the workplace, you will be fired. And if you reach the age of 40, if you talk about, oh, if I wish if I did this, and oh, no, it's too late, no, I don't want to hear that. And this guy just basically just put down like older men who say this, and he had the nerve to talk to older people and say that, oh, they're nice, they're down to earth and all. And I left a comment on this guy's on one of his videos, and he never replied. And I got a friend by the name of Martel DeCool who subscribed to this asshole's channel. Yeah, and I try to be friends with Igor the Russian, and Igor the Russian, who's from Russia, who lived in the US. He was just a guy that was just so antisocial, shady, and cold, and he was very suspicious of people, and he makes fun of his subscribers, and he think that everybody but him is a moron. And I was dropping comments and comments and comments on this guy's channel, and some woman sent me a comment saying that, am I obsessed with this guy? It seems that you have a passive social relationship with him. He's not obligated to respond to me, and you need to go see a therapist. This shit just pisses me off. This shit pisses me off. I'm just appalled at how mankind is, how people in mankind are. I mean, and my mother gonna tell me, oh, you didn't go to, you stopped going to church, you don't read your Bible anymore, and you stopped praying. I mean, I got baptized at a church simply because I wanted help, and it didn't do me any good. And reading the Bible and quoting Bible scriptures didn't do any good. And going to church and sitting in a pool and sitting out and sitting with everybody and listening to some preacher just yell and shout and preach all the time, like, it didn't do me any good. Like, and in the churches I went to, I mean, the people there are cliquish, You can't talk to any of the younger people, like people in their 20s and 30s, like the people in their 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, and in their 30s, like they just don't want to talk to you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. Like, I tried to talk to this girl in her 20s, like I did something dumb, like I held my hand out and said, "How you doing?" And she just slapped my hand and just walked away. What's the point? What's the point of living here? What is the point? What is the point of creating YouTube? What is the point of creating Facebook? What is the point of creating Snapchat? What is the point of creating all these social media sites where people won't say a fucking thing to you? What is the point? What is the motherfucking point? Okay? What is the point of trying to talk to a police officer? What is the point of talking to a fireman? What is the point of talking to someone who works at Walmart, Target, Best Buy, all these corporations? What's the point of going talking to someone at a doctor's office or a hospital? What is the point? What is the point of seeing a fucking shrink? I mean, seeing all these shrinks and being doped up on pills ain't gonna help you. Like, it's just gonna just ruin your health. It's gonna make you just fall asleep and make you fall asleep and just just give you side effects if you're older. What is the point? I mean, you know, I think going overseas is best for me. I think it is. But if I just move to another state, I mean, I'm just going to be alone. I mean, ever since social media, ever since 9/11, ever since radical feminism, I mean, Western society had just been going down the drain. I mean, it's all about it's always about just being brain dead and talking about in the box stuff and just it's always about just talking about in the box stuff and just it's about just talking about in the box stuff and just watch these stupid television shows. I mean, on television. I mean, I saw this show called Mornings with Kelly and Ryan. It's basically Kelly and Ryan, which is Ryan Seacrest. I mean, I saw this show. I mean, where I mean, I saw a grown man putting on 19 pairs of women's underwear. It was a game. It was just an embarrassment. It was just embarrassing just embarrassing men. I mean, these feminist controlled television shows like The View and Dr. Phil and all these and Good Morning America, like all these shows just make men look ridiculous. It just make men look like clowns. It just put men down and make women look good. And it just makes me sick to my stomach. But I mean, if there was a show where okay, I mean, how about this? How about this made up TV show? Mornings with Kim and Kanye. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West has a morning show where they talk about taboo subjects, stuff that Winston Wu talks about, and talk about how American society is. And if there was a show, if they had a woman talking about having her tubes tied and having a woman like putting on 50 pairs of men's underwear, it would be an outrage. I mean, the feminist society, the SJWs, the PC culture, I mean, the PC people will be up in arms and they will be pissed about this. Bo, if it's a grown man putting on 19 pairs of women's underwear and dance like an idiot, and dance like an idiot to music. It's okay. It's not a problem. And making fun of fat men. It's okay. And what makes me sick to my stomach is Robin Williams. I mean, Robin Williams committed suicide because two worthless bitches, women, were hounding him for child support. I mean, that led to him being depressed and killing himself. And what made me sick about all of this, some highway in California, my home state, by the way, named some tunnel after him. And that pisses me off. Like, you're gonna honor this guy, and this guy went through misery. You know, thank God for people like Doc G on YouTube, And I subbed to his channel, by the way, and I left 2 comments on both of his videos, and he gave me 2 hearts because my comments were 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 connected to what he believes in, you know. And I have respect for him, you know. And I wish Doc G would take a look at my videos on my YouTube channel, but he's not gonna do that. I mean, he's gonna keep to himself. He's gonna just be independent, and I'm not mad at him for that, And I had a comment with the guy, and I told him like, these suits these nice clothes that he was wearing. And I complimented, say, hey man, you look good in those suits. And he said, hey, thanks, New Manchester. I said, I asked him, hey, did you shop at the Men's Warehouse? And he said, sometimes. I mean, their prices are hell of expensive. He's a cool guy, and he is, And he's getting older, I get that, Man, I don't care about how old you get him. I mean, it's like this. I don't care how young you are, how old you are. I mean, if you're a good person, if you're a decent person, hey, I'll talk to you. I'll hang out with you. I'll speak to you. But if you're a piece of shit, you won't just tear me down and make me feel bad about myself and yell at me and talk down to me and make me feel less about myself. Just get the hell away from me because I don't want to have anything to do with you. I think I've been making some new videos as of late, and I think my friend Brandon, I think he probably doesn't want to have anything to do with me because what I've been talking about, and I like him. I like the guy, I ran into him on YouTube. I was commenting on this antisocial Canadian mook. This Canadian piece of shit, antisocial, angry motherfucker who always bash about how bad his country is, And I met my friend Brandon through this. And going back to these Canadians, they always talk about how bad their country is. They always complain about it. They say the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over again about how bad their country is and high taxes and the health care is too expensive and you'll pay out of the ass and the internet is slow and the women are monsters and Toronto is a shithole and the Quebecois in Canada are hate your guts if you don't speak French and all this bullshit, I'm going to say this to every single person in Canada, the Aboriginal people, the French Canadians, the English Canadians, the Italian Canadians, the Ukrainian Canadians, German Canadians, every single Canadian in that country, from past prime ministers to current prime ministers, everybody, I'm going to say this to everybody in Canada. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear anything about your country, okay? Just shut up. I don't give a fuck about Canada anymore and how people are in that country. I don't give a fuck about how everybody in America is, okay? Yeah. And to people here in Texas who have the ridiculous state pride about how great their state is and tell me, if I say something bad about their state, get out. We don't want you. And I'm going to say this to every Texan in Texas with their ridiculous state pride. All of you need to shut the fuck up because I don't give a damn about your state either. Texas is part of the United States, okay? It's not a country. It's not. It's just a piece of shit state that's part of a country that's a piece of shit that's going down in flames. In California, in Texas, I mean, this stupid, ridiculous war. That's meaningless. That's meaningless. That's worthless. I mean, Texas is no better than California, and California is no better than Texas. They are part of the same country that has the same fucking problems. Healthcare that bankrupt people over medical bills. People lose their homes over medical bills. People die because because they're uninsured and they can't get health care. A broken rigged tax system that's in favor of the rich that just suck that just suck all the money out of poor people by sucking money out of the poor people and giving it to the rich through high gasoline prices, high electric bills. I mean, food, haircuts. I mean, you name it in this country, everything is so just goddamn expensive. And yay, everything's expensive in Canada as well. I get that. We both, Canada and the United States, they both have problems. And the United Kingdom has problems as well. I get it. To all of you who tells me, Switzerland and Sweden has problems and bankrupt problems, and the United States need to find their own tax plan and their own social safety net. I'm just gonna say this. Shut up! I don't want to hear it. Shut up! Let me tell you what I want. All I want is I just want a girlfriend. I just want a wife. I just want friends. I just want people to talk to. I want my sense of humor back. I want to be funny again. I don't want to be this serious, angry person here on YouTube. You know what? I might as well just shut this channel down. Cause what's the point? What's the point? I mean, I'm done. I'm done with this. Like, that's all I gotta say.